This is Jamin Patel, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology. Welcome to MOOC series, an initiative taken by the LJ Institute of Pharmacy. In our today's session, we will discuss one of the important topic of NDDS, that is liposomes. Now, we move toward this liposome. Now, if we talk about the compositions of the liposomes, so it is mainly made up of phospholipids, cholesterol. This two component is the main component of this liposome. Okay, this phospholipid is arranged in bilayer form. Okay, same as a cell membrane. This bilayer is converted into the spherical shapes and make the liposome, and these liposomes can be act as a carrier for delivery of the drug molecules. Okay, if we talk about the definitions of the liposomes, so liposomes are small biocompatible and biodegradable microscopic lipid vesicles composed of unilamellar or multilamellar phospholipid bilayer surrounding to the aqueous compartment. Okay, in these vesicles we can incorporate the different type of drug molecules, and we can target the drug to the different part. We can deliver the drug to the different part. Okay, if we talk about the advantage of these liposomes, so liposomes is biocompatible. Why? Because it is made up of the phospholipids. Okay, phospholipid is too much compatible to our body, so is biocompatible, is biodegradable, non-toxic, flexibles, and non-immunogenic carrier. Liposome can supply both drug molecules, okay, because it provides the lipophilic environment as well as hydrophilic environments. Liposome have a ability to protect the drug from the external environment. Okay, if the drug is sensitive, okay, this type of drug can be incorporated into the liposomal formulation. Okay, liposome also help to reduce the exposure of the toxic drug to any other sensitive tissue. Okay, so with the help of the liposomes we can deliver the drug to the target area only, so ultimately side effect of the drug to the other part of body can be minimized. Liposomes can encapsulate both micro as well as macromolecule. For example, hemoglobin is there, erythropoietin is there, interferon is there. Okay, this type of biotechnology based product can be delivered to the particular part with the help of the liposome carrier. Okay, here if we talk about the types of liposomes, so actually whatever the lamella means the phospholipid bilayer. Okay, lamella is nothing but the plate-like structure that appear during the formations of liposome, and this bilayer, phospholipid bilayer, is later on converted into the spherical form. Okay, it fold and convert into the spherical form. So here if only one bilayer is there and it converted into the spherical form, then it will form the unilamellar vesicles. If the many bilayer is involved and is going to convert it into the spherical form, then it will form the multilamellar vesicles. Okay, if we classified the liposomes, so on the basis of the structural parameters, liposomes is classified in four category. First one is multilamellar vesicles. Okay, means the number of bilayers is more than, means is around 5 to 20 bilayers. Okay, if I talk about second types is the oligolamellar vesicles. Okay, in which the number of bilayer is 2 to 5. Unilamellar vesicles, in which the three types is there. Okay, number of bilayer is only one, but small unilamellar vesicles, medium, large, giant. Okay, on the basis of the size of these liposomes, okay, we can classify the unilamellar vesicles in four types, and fourth one, that is the multivesicular liposomes. Okay, so here this is nothing but the structure. Okay, this one is the first one, that is the SU, small unilamellar vesicles, large unilamellar vesicles. Okay, later on MLV, that is the multilamellar vesicles, means many bilayer, okay, is folded and converted into the spherical form. And multivesicular vesicles means many liposomal form. Okay, unilamellar liposome is included in one large spherical form, so that is the MVV. Okay, different methods are available for the preparations of the liposomes. Okay, main three methods is there. First one is physical dispersions, second one is solvent dispersions, and third one is the detergent solubilization. Okay, most commonly used method, that is a physical dispersions. Okay, in the physical dispersions, most commonly used method, that is the hand shaking method or non hand shaking method. Okay, here in this method what to do? Okay, simply in round bottom flask we will take the phospholipid and cholesterol is used as a buffering agent. Okay, cholesterol improve the fluidity of this liposomes. So cholesterol as well as phospholipid, okay, both is dissolved in suitable solvent in which the solubilization is there. Okay, so that solution is taken into the round bottom flask, and this round bottom flask is continuously rotated in inclined way. So here when the solvent is going to evaporate it, okay, so dry film is formed. Okay, in the third step you can see that dry film is formed. Okay, and here we are continuously provide the nitrogen environment. Why? Because the phospholipid is the sensitive to the oxidations. Okay, so if the oxygen is available in the environment, so ultimately degradations of the phospholipid may occur. So that's why we provide the nitrogen environments. Okay, so dry film is formed, and this dry film later on subjected for the hydration process. So that film, dry film is peel off, and the spherical structure is going to form, and that spherical structure is nothing but called as a liposome. And these liposomes, okay, is dispersed into the large quantity of water, and it store into the nitrogen environment. No doubt this liposome is considered as a crude liposome, means the size of the liposome is too large. It is not ready to use liposomes. Okay, so that's why this liposome should be treated in such a way that the proper size liposome that we can receive. So here the further mechanical treatment of this MLV, multilamellar vesicles, to produce the small liposome. Okay, in that different techniques are utilized. Okay, first one, that is the micro emulsifications liposomes is there. Second one is the sonicated unilamellar vesicles is there. Third one is the French pressure cell liposomes, membrane extrusions liposomes, dry reconstituted vesicles, breach through sonications, pH induced vesiculations, and calcium induced fusion. So these are the different techniques to produce the small liposome. That small liposomes, it may be a small unilamellar vesicles, otherwise the large unilamellar vesicles, but it is ready to use liposome. Now second techniques for preparations of the liposome, that is the solvent dispersion techniques. Okay, in that different techniques is utilized. First one is ethanol injections. Okay, here by the ethanol injection process, okay, means ethanol phospholipid ethanol solutions, okay, phospholipid ethanolic solutions, okay, is injected, and we are going to prepare the liposomes. Second technique is that is the ether injections. Third one is the reverse phase evaporation vesicles, double emulsions vesicles, and stable plurilamellar vesicles. So this one is nothing but the solvent dispersions techniques. And third techniques, that is a detergent removal methods. Okay, in the detergent removal methods, okay, generally we prefer the dialysis method, column chromatography techniques, detergent absorption process. Okay, here detergent phospholipid mixture can form the large unilamellar vesicles upon removal of the non-ionic detergent using the appropriate absorbent for the detergent. Okay, so these are the main three techniques. Is the first one is the physical dispersions, second one is the solvent injections method, and third one is the detergent removal method. We can adopt any techniques to prepare the liposome. Most commonly used technique, that is the physical dispersions, in which most commonly we prefer this hand shaking methods and non hand shaking methods, okay, with micro emulsifications liposome, with micro emulsifications liposome. Okay, here micro emulsifications liposome, in which we pass the liposome through a small filter medium. Okay, that pore size is too small, and with the high pressure we pass this crude liposome. So ultimately the size of liposome is going to decrease. So this is about the different techniques, characterizations of the liposomes, that we will discuss in our next lecture. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Okay, for more updates, like, share, and subscribe our channel, that is the Pharma Ignites. Okay, press bell icon for notifications. Thank you very much.